Friends, today we are going to start the exercise 1.3, and in this exercise 1.3 there is a Cramers rule or a determinant method. Here A, B, C and D, this is a determinant for the four numbers. Boys and girls, A into D and B into C. A into D minus C. A into D minus B into C is the value of this determinant. To use the Cramers rule, the equations are written as A1x plus B1y is equal to C1. It is equation first. And equation second is A2x plus B2y is equal to C2. Now we have to understand, we have to remember some terms for this Cramers rule, and these terms are, to remember, let us denote D is equal to D is equal to, see here, D is equal to A1 A1 A2 and here B1 B2. It is the value of D, and the value of D of x, you have to remember it. D of x is equal to, here A1 A2 get cancelled here, and C1 C2. C1 C2 take the place of A1 A2, and here B1 B2. Here see that B1 B2. Here A1 A2 B1 B2. But in the D of x, C1 C2 take the position of A1 A2. And next term you have to remember D of y is equal to, D of y is equal to A1 A2 A1 A2 A1 A2 and C1 C2 in this way. Very simple for the remember. D is A1 A2 B1 B2. In D of x, this C1 C2 take the position of A1 A2 and B1 B2 remain as it is. In D of y, A1 A2 remain as it is and C1 C2 take the position of B1 B2. So we have to use these terms in using the Cramers rule. Therefore, boys and girls, we will continue the exercise 1.3, practice set 1.3. In practice set 1.3, the first example is of activity. Fill in the blanks with correct number. Fill in the blanks with correct number, and we will see the activity first here. Here write number 1, activity 3, 4, 2 and 5 is equal to, see here, is equal to 3 into, here is box we have to fill, minus box into 4 is equal to box minus 8. Here is a box minus 8, and last is equal to box. In this way, it is an activity. Before this, we have to understand that if in the last, before 1 minute, we have seen that this value, that is A D minus BC, it is A, this is the D, here is B, here is C. Now we have to that cross multiplication in this way. At first you have to multiply this 3 into here. What will be here? 3 into 5. There is a sign of minus and C here. 2 into 4. Here will be 2. Now, sir. Now 3 into 5 is equal to here 15 and minus 2 into 4, that is minus 8. And what will be the last answer? 15 minus 8, that is equal to 7. It is the first activity. Very, very simple. We have to only remember that you have to multiply this to this and multiply this to this in this. And there is a sign of minus. That is AD minus AD, A into D minus B into C. Now we will continue the next example. Find the values of the following determinants. Next example of this, find the value of the following determinants. Find the value of the following determinants. It is a second example of exercise 1.3. And the example, first example is that right here. It is a determinant here. We have to find the value of this determinant, and minus 1, 2, and 7 and 4. 7 and 4. It is the first example of the second, that is a sub question of the second of the exercise 1.3 now. Now see here, what you have to do, you have to multiply this. That is equal to minus 1 multiplied by 4. Here is a sign minus. You have to multiply this then. 7 into 2. That is here 7 into 2. 7 multiplied by 2. Then you have to multiply now. Minus 1 into 4 is equal to minus 4. Here sign minus. 7 into 2, that is 14. Therefore, see here now, minus 4, minus 14, there will be a sum. And answer got the sign, that is a minus. Therefore, is equal to 4 plus, or the sum of these 4 and 14 is 18. Is 18, and the sign will be here minus. So friend, it is the last answer, and at the last answer you have to write this determinant, that is minus 1 2 7 4 is equal to minus 8. It is the last answer. You have make a box here, and we will continue the next example. And in the next example, the determinant is 5 minus 7, 5 minus 7, 3 and 0, 3 and 0. It is a second example. I will erase this part. You have completed. Now boys and girls, this is a second example of the 1.3. Now you will understand that what you can do, you have to multiply these number in this way. that is equal to 5 into 0. There will be sign minus here. And next step, that is you have to multiply 3 with minus 7. That is a cross in this. Therefore here 3 into minus 7. Now we will multiply 5 into 0 is equal to 0. Here 0, this now here minus into minus. What will be it? It will plus here. Plus 7. 3 plus minus minus plus and 3 into 7, that is 21. And 0 plus 21 is equal to 21. And what will be the last answer? That is you have to write a determinant 5 minus 7, 3 and 0. It is a determinant and the answer is 21. The answer will be here 21. It is a second example. Now we will continue the third example. Third example is, we will continue the third example and the determinants are here 7 by 3, 7 by 3, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 3, 5 by 3 and 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Now see the boys here. It is a third example to find the values of these determinant. And how to find the values of determinant? You have to do that a cross multiplication. That is here 7 into 7 by 3 into 1 by 2. And there will be a sign minus here. And in the next step, you have to multiply this 5 by 3. That is here 5 by 3 multiply 3 by 2 in this. If in the cross, in this way, see here, there is a sum here. I will cut it, 3 1s are 3 here. And here will not cut here. Therefore, you have to multiply numerator into numerator and do denominator into denominator. Then 7 1s are 7 by 3 into 2, that is 6. Here will be minus and here 5 into 5 by 2 into 2, 5 by 2. Now see here, you have to take the LCM or 6 into 2, that is 12. You have to cross multiply here in this 7 into 2, that is 14 and minus here 5 into 6, that is a 30 here. Now 14 minus 30, that is 10 minus 4 is 6, carry on 1, 2 here, that is 16. But greater number is 30 and its sign is minus, therefore the answer will be minus 16 divided by 12. And it will be cut by 4 number or 4. 4 3s are 12 and 4 4s are 16. Therefore, is equal to minus 4 by 3 is the answer. And you have to write here last answer. That is, you have to write this determinant and is equal to this answer. Determinant is 7 by 3, 7 by 3, 3 by 2, 5 by 3 and 1 by 2. It is a determinant and the value of this determinant is minus 4 by 3. Okay. Now, boys and girls, we have to solve the third, and the third is solve the following simultaneous equations using Cramers rule. Solve the simultaneous equations by using Cramers rule. We have completed two methods. First is eliminating method, second is a graphical method, and third one is now a Cramers rule or determinant method. The next name will be either determinant method or a Cramers rule. Now we will start, boys, Cramers rule, and the first example is of third, that is the first example is the first example. While studying or while watching this video, you have to take a notebook, a book, and then you have to first write the example. The first example is 3x minus 4y. Here 3x minus 4y is equal to 10, comma. The second example is 4x plus 3y. 4x plus 3y is equal to 5. It's very simple method, and you have to write in the general form, that is a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, comma, a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. It is the general form for using the Cramers rule. Now see, compare these two equations and write the values. Compare these equations. What will be the a1 here? See, here it is x and a1 is 3. Right here a1 is equal to 3, comma, this b1 is equal to minus 4, and this c1 is equal to 10. C1 is equal to 10. Now we will write now values of a2 is equal to, here we will write here a2 is equal to 4, comma, b2 is equal to 3, comma, c2 is equal to 5. In this way, it is a first step. You have to write the values of a1, b1, c1 by comparing these two equations, and a2, b2 and c2. Now we have to write the first, that is a value of d. Now we will calculate the value of d. D is equal to, you have remember, d is a1, a2 and b1, a2. Therefore d is equal to a1, a2 and b1, b2. It is a d. We will put the values in this determinant. Now see here, what is the value of a1? See, a1 is equal to 3. I will write here 3. a2, what is the value of a2? a2 is 4. Then I will write here b1. b1 is minus 4. And what is b2? b2 is 3 here in this. Then I have to find the value of d. Therefore C here is equal to, you have to cross multiply it. 3 into 3 and sign minus, and here minus 4 into this 4. You have to cross multiply it. Now multiply 3 into 3, that is 9, is equal to this minus and minus becomes plus here, plus 4 into 4, that is 16. And The last answer D is equal to 25. It is the value of D. Value of D is equal to 25. And after that, we have to calculate D of x. D of x is equal to, see here, what is a D of x? D of x is C1, C2, B1, B2. Where in the value of D of x, C1, C2 takes the place of A1, A2 and B1, B2 remains as it is. Now put the values. D of x is equal to, see boys and girls, C1, C2 is now here. What is the C1? C1 is here. Here is a C1. C1 is equal to 10. What is the value of C2? C2. Here C2 is 5. And B1, B2. Here it is a B1 minus 4. And B2, it is B2. Here B2 is 3. In this way. We have substituted the values. Now we have to calculate it. We have to find the value of D of x. That is the value of this determinant. Now what can you do? You have to cross this. 10 into 3. That is D of x is equal to 10 into 3 and the sign minus. And you have to multiply it now. How to multiply? This minus 4 into 5. Now multiply it now. 10 into 3, that is equal to 30. This minus minus become plus here. 4 into 5, that is a 20. Now we will write the last. Therefore D of x is equal to 30 plus 25, that is equal to 55. Sorry, here is a 20 and 30 plus 20 is equal to 50. Now we have to find the value of D of y. We will write here D of y is equal to, see the determinant. This in the determinant A1, A2, A1, A2 and C1, C2. In this way. Very simple. Only C1, C2 take the place of A1, A2 and B1, B2 of the determinant. Now we will put the value of this. D of y is equal to, where is A1, A2? Here A1, A2 is here 3 and 4. A1 is equal to 3 and A2 is equal to 4. I will write here 3, 4 and what is the value of C1, C2? This is the value, that is C1 is equal to 10 and C2 is equal to 5. That is 10 and 5. In this way. Now boys and girls, you have to find the value of this D of y, and for finding the D of y you have to cross multiply in this way. 3 into 5 is equal to 3 into 5, sign will be minus here, and 10 into 4 in this way. 10 into 4. Now see the multiplication. 3 into 5, that is equal to 15, minus 10 into 4, that is 4 tens are or 10 fours are 40. And you have to subtract it now, is equal to 0 minus 5, that is 5. 0 becomes 10 here. And carry on 1, 2, and here is a 2 here, 25. Now, but 40 is a greater number and the sign of 40 is minus. Therefore, answer will be minus 25 in this way. Therefore, D of y is equal to minus 25. These are the values, and we have to find the values of x and values of y. Then how to find the value of dx, value of x and the value of y? Then I will write here x is equal to, remember this, x is equal to d of x by d. It is the value of x, comma, y is equal to d of y by d. We have all these things here. D of x, what is the value of d of x? D of x is 50 here. D, what is the value of d? D is here 25. D of y, what is the value of d of y? D of y is minus 25. And what d is here 25. Now we will substitute the values. Therefore x is equal to d of x is 50 divided by value of d is 25. Now x is equal to 20, 2s are 50. Therefore x is equal to 2. And here y is equal to d of y is minus 25 divided by d is equal to 25. Here 25 into 25 by 25 is equal to 1, and sign will be here minus 1. And it is the completion of the example, and you have to write the last answer, and the last answer is 2 comma minus 1. 2 comma minus 1 is the solution of given equation. You have to write at last 2 comma minus 1. 2 comma minus 1 is the solution of given equation. Now we will continue the next example. You have to write it now. Very simple. What you have to do, at first compare the given equation with the general form, and general form is a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, and a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. These are two general forms, and compare these two equations with the given equations, and you have to write the values of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2 and c2. After writing the values of these equations, or a1, a2, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2 and c2, you have to find the determinant, that is d. After finding d, you have to find the value of d of x. After that, you have to find d of y, and at last x is equal to d of x by d and y is equal to d of y by d. These are the steps for the equation for Cramers rule, and we will continue the second example, and I will write here second example here. The second example is that 4x plus 3y. 4x plus 3y is equal to 4x plus 3y not is equal to here minus 4 is equal to 0, comma. It is the first example, comma 6x is equal to 8 minus 5y. 8 minus 5y. It is a second example. Boys and girls, it is not in a general form, and general form of the linear equation is ax plus by is equal to c. It is a general form, and you have to write here general form ax plus by is equal to c. C is a constant number, therefore it goes to RHS. Then 4x plus 3y is equal to minus 4 becomes here plus 4. It is equation first. Now comma. The second equation, what will be the second equation? Ax plus by is equal to C. Here ax, that is 6x, plus by, that is y is here at the RHS side. Take it here in the LHS, that is minus 5 become here plus 5y is equal to 8. It is a second example. Now boys, you have to compare these two equations with A1, A2, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2 and C2. For first example, it is A1, it is B1, it is C1. In the second example, this is A1, A2, this is B2 and this is a C2. Now write here A1 is equal to 4, comma B1 is equal to 3, comma C1 is equal to 4. And A2, B2 and C2 here is this equation here. This is a A2, it is B2 and here it is a C2 for the second example. Now we write here the values of A2. What is the value of A2 here? See in the second example, this is the value of A2. A2 is equal to 6, comma B2 is equal to 5, comma C2 is equal to 8. After completing this, you have compared these two equations with the general form of the equations, and we will write the value of D here now. The value of D is here. D is equal to, right here, D is equal to A1, A2, B1, B2 in this one. It is a determinant and D is equal to, we will put the values of these. A1, A2, that is 4, comma 6 here. B1, B2, 3 and 5 here. We have to find the value of this. How to find? You have a practice now. You have to multiply this 4 into 5. 4 into 5. I will write here is equal to 4 into 5. Sign will be minus here. And you have to multiply this 3 into 6. 3 into 6. Now see the multiplication. 4 into 5 is 20 minus 2 into 6 is 18 here. Therefore, it becomes or is equal to 2 only. That is, D is 2. It is the answer of D here. Now, we have to write the value of dx. What will be the dx here? See, d of x is equal to, write, I will erase this equation. You have noted the d of x right here. D of x is equal to C1 C2 B1 B2. It is the d of x, and we will put the values of these. What is the C1 C2? C1 C2 is 4 and 8 here. Therefore, d of x is equal to 4, 8. B1 B2, see here, B1 B2 is 3 and 5. Here 3 and 5. We will calculate now. D of x is equal to, how to calculate this? 4 into 5. Here 4 into 5. The sign will be minus here, minus Here 3 into 8 now. Here 3 into 8. Therefore d of x is equal to 4 into 5, that is 20, minus 3 into 8, that is minus 24. Now subtract it now. There is a sign of minus, here is a plus, then we have to subtraction. That is d of x is equal to 24 minus 20, that is 4, and greater number is 24. That's why the answer will be minus 4. It is the value of d of x. Now, boys and girls, my dear friends, we have to find the value of dy. And how to find the value of dy? Right here, d of y is equal to see a1 a2 and c1 c2 in this way. Now we will substitute the value of a1, a2 and c1 and c2. What are the values of a1, a2? a1, a2 are 4, 6. Are d of y is equal to 4, 6. What is the c1, c2? Here, c1, c2, 4 and 8. I will write here 4 and 8. For finding the value of dy, you have to do this cross multiplication, 4 into 8. That is, d of y is equal to 4 into 8 minus this 4 into 6. That is 4 into 6 here. Now 4 into 8, that is 32 minus 4 into 6, that is 24. Now we have to subtract it now, is equal to this 2 minus 4, that is 12 minus 4 is equal to 8, carry on 1, and 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. That is, here boys and girls, d of y is 8 now. You have to underline it. And at the last, we have to find the values of x and y. Then how to find, therefore I will write here x is equal to d of x by d. d of x by d. Now put the values. What is the d of x? Here, d of x is minus 4. I will write here is x is equal to minus 4 by, what is the value of d? C. d is equal to 2. Here, divided by 2. Now, x is equal to minus 4 by 2, that is minus 2. And we will find the value of y. How to find? Here, y is equal to d of y by d. Now, substitute the values of d of y and d. What is the value of dy here? dy is 8, is equal to 8 by, value of d is 2 here, 8 by 2, that is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4. And you will write the last answer, that is minus 2, 4 is the solution of the given equation. It is a very, very simple method, and the name of the simple method is a Cramers rule or a determinant method. It is example number 3. Friend, we will continue the third example now. See here, the third example. Third example is x plus 2y. X plus 2y is equal to x plus 2y is equal to minus 1, comma. The second example is 2x minus 3y. 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. It is a third example, friend. And at first you have to compare this equation with the general form. We have discussed it in two examples. What is the general form? a1x plus b1y is equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. Correct. Now we will write the values of a1, b1, c1. Now here a1 is equal to we will write here a1 is equal to 1, comma this b1 is equal to 2, comma c1 is equal to minus 1. Now we will compare the general form with the second example and we will write the values of here. a2 is equal to 2, comma b2 is equal to minus 3 and c2 is equal to 12 in this. This is the values of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2 and c2. Now we have to find the value of d. At first we will write d is equal to you have practice now a1, a2, b1, b2. It is a d. Now d is equal to, right, put the values of these a1, a2, 2, 1 and 2. Here I will write 1, 2, b1, b2 is 2 and minus 3. 2 and minus 3 in this way. Now we have to cross multiply for finding the value of this determinant. Therefore is equal to 1 into minus 3 and the sign minus this, now this multiplication 2 into 2, 2 into 2. Now multiply is equal to 1 into minus 3, that is a minus 3. Here is a sign minus. 2 into 2 is a 4. Therefore minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. That is d is equal to minus 7. Underline it. D, we have got the value of d now and we will find the values of g of x here. Here is a structure of d of x. We will continue it now. See here. D of x is c1 by c1 c2 and b1 b2. Now put the values c1 c2, that is c1 minus 1, c2 12, b1 b2 is 2 and minus 3. Here 2 and minus 3. You have to cross multiply now. Minus 1 into minus 3. See, minus 1 into minus 3 and sign minus. And you have to multiply it now. 12 into or 2 into 12. 2 into 12. Now see the boys. Minus 1 into minus 3, that is plus 3. 3 ones are 3 and minus minus becomes here plus. Now see here, this is a sign minus. 2 into 12 is 24 and 24 minus 3, that is 21, and greater number is sign minus, therefore answer will be minus 21. It is a d of x. Now we have to find the value of d of y here. Here is a structure. I have put it here already. This is d of y. And we will substitute the values of here. A1, A2. See the value of A1, A2. What is the value of A1, A2? A1, A2 is 1, 2. What is the value of C1, C2? Here, C1 minus 1 and C2 12. Minus 1 and 12. Now, we have to find the value of D of Y. Same method. Very simple. You have to cross it. That is 1 into 12. 1 into 12 sign will be minus. And this minus 1 into 2. Here. Minus 1 into 2. Because there is a sign minus, I have put it in a box or a bracket. Now 1 into 12 is equal to 12. Is equal to 12. This minus become plus. 1 into 2, that is 2. And plus 12 plus 2 is equal to 40. It is value of D of Y. We got the value of D of Y. Now boys, we will find the values of X and the values of Y. And the last answer we will write the last. See here, X is equal to D of X by D. What is the value of D of X? D of X is minus 21. Therefore, I will write here minus 21 divided by D. D is minus 7. Here you have to write minus 7. This minus get cancelled, become plus, and 7 3s are 21. 7 3s are 21. It is value of X. Now Y is equal to D of Y by D. What is the value of D of Y? D of Y is 14 here. We will write 14 divided by D. D is minus 7. Here minus 7. And 7 2s are 14. 7 2s are 14 and this sign comes here. Therefore, Y is equal to minus 2. Y is equal to minus 2. And the last answer will be, what will be the last answer? Correct. 3, minus 2. 3, minus 2 is the solution of the given equation. Okay, boys and girls, we will continue the next example, that is fourth example. We will continue it in the next period or next day. That's why we will take the break. Thank you for watching, and my request is that boys who are not working so hard, do hard work and complete all examples, remaining examples also, and before, that is last exercise 1.1 and 1.2, complete it, see it, watch it and complete on your notebook. Do not take a rest. Okay, thank you very much.